I see. We have smoking flame coming out of the Charlie side.
Negative flame, that's further. That's just clear me in the corner.
For engine 61, engine 62, engine 66, for 64, battalion 64, battalion 71. Going to be a rupture fire. 66, go ahead.
I need a full response for a structure fire.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Tony Suggs, and I don't know why they made me president of the Kiwanis Club, but I am for another 4 weeks. And I want to welcome you all and thank you for coming out tonight. We're going to have the MC here up here in a second, but would everybody please rise? We'd like to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. And the flag is up there at the top. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So right now, I would like to bring up the man that will be organizing or keeping us on track the rest of the night. Captain Rico, where did he go? Captain Rico. Oh, he's standing over there. He got up.
Thank you, Tony. Needless to say, why they gave me the microphone from Tony, thank you. We appreciate it. My name is Rico Rincon. I will be your MC for this evening, and they brought me up to start the ceremonies for tonight with the most important part, which is going to be dinner. If you look behind you, our key wins will be coming out, and as Tony mentioned, there is a jar on each one of your tables, and they are raising money for their Key Wins convention. So all of your tips that go in the jars on the table will go to the Key Wins that will be serving your dinner tonight. So, unfortunately, Contra Costa County Supervisor John Joya couldn't make it this evening, but he did send certificates for all of our honorees this evening. And while acknowledging our elected officials, if we have any elected officials this evening, could you please stand? Councilmember Dimlish Johnson III, thank you for joining us. And after acknowledging our elected officials, I think that brings us to our presentations from our chiefs. And to start our presentations, the RPD Teamwork Award, Chief Alwyn Brown.
Thank you. It was so sudden. Wow. So I'd first like to start by thanking the Kiwanis for such a wonderful event every year. Public safety, police and fire. Always look forward to this. It's a two-sided coin, police, fire. So I guess I'll be starting off with the Teamwork Award. All right, so the Teamwork Award is designed to honor an exemplary group, team, or collaborative effort directed toward a single event, such as the handling of a particularly complicated critical incident or a single problem, like a crime series or a neighborhood nuisance that causes harm to multiple stakeholders and achieves noteworthy results. The Teamwork Award is open to both sworn and professional employees alike in the police department, and could recognize an effort involving any combination thereof. The 2018 Teamwork Award is being presented to Sergeant John Lopez, Officer Jesse Sousa, Officer Lane Matsui, and Officer Alexis Bartley, and Officer Jameiz Terrell, as members of the Special Projects Section's Bravo team. The Bravo team is responsible for developing and executing district-specific problem-solving projects with an emphasis on community engagement and based on crime and intelligence analysis. And Officer Jesse Sousa has the distinction of being our mental health evaluation team officer. So he's specially trained and he works directly with behavioral health clinicians in addressing police calls related to disorderly conduct of those suffering urgent mental crisis. Over 2018, the Bravo team conducted 60 separate special operations aimed at complex crime and disorder problems. Their collective and combined efforts produced, in part, more than 100 arrests, as well as the seizure of 30 firearms. Throughout the year, the Bravo team has been the model of a high-performing team producing impressive outcomes at harm reduction efforts. They have used collaboration among and involving special units within the department and community stakeholders to address crime and quality of life issues throughout the city. Please join me in first thanking and congratulating Sergeant John Lopez, Officer Jesse Sousa, Officer Lane Matsui, Officer Alexis Bartley, and Officer Jameiz Terrell on their outstanding achievements. They are our 2018 Teamwork Award recipients. Congratulations. So I'd now like to invite their courageous leader, Sergeant John Lopez, to maybe give you a few remarks on behalf of the team. Sergeant Lopez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Chief, Command Staff, Chiefs. Thank you, everyone, for coming and attending here. On behalf of the Bravo unit, we want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to work not only in this city, but to work with the community members here. I'm very honored, humbled, honored. I'm very proud of these men and women here. They're working hard for this community, hard for the city, hard for our department. It's been a very easy job and task for me as a supervisor to manage these guys. They are very hardworking individuals, and just very proud to accept this award. So thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
I'll now turn you back over into the capable hands of Captain Rincon. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Next up, we'll have from the Richmond Police Department, Captain Joey Schlimmer, presenting the award for Police Explorer of the Year.
Thanks, Rico. Before we get started with this, I know we've got a couple of our close chiefs in the room, Chief Alwyn Brown, Chief Adrian Shepard. We also have our newest chief to our area, Greg Bosworth, just been appointed chief for the Chevron Fire Station. Congratulations, Greg. Mark Ayers couldn't make it tonight, but Mark put in a lot of dedicated years, and we appreciate his service as well. So can I have Crystal Garcia up, please? So I'm making this presentation on behalf of the Explorer Advisors. Carmen Santana was supposed to make the presentation, but unfortunately she's a little under the weather, so they called in the relief. So I have the pleasure of acknowledging Explorer Sergeant Crystal Garcia. Crystal joined the Richmond PD Explorer program in November of 2014. She was initially described by some of her advisors as a shy, quiet individual. However, Crystal soon came out of her shell and began to shine. Crystal quickly attained the rank of Explorer Corporal and was tasked with training new incoming explorers to the program. Soon thereafter, Crystal achieved the rank of Explorer Sergeant, where she took on leadership responsibilities and was assigned an Explorer Squad. Crystal is part of the Explorer CERT team, which is a group of specialized explorers who receive tactical training very similar to what our SWAT team goes through. Crystal continues to grow and mature. She commonly helps other explorers reach their own individual goals within the program. She mentors and is also just a good friend to many. Crystal has been able to manage her academics and extracurricular activities. During high school, she played on 2 different soccer teams while maintaining a 3.1 GPA in high school. She currently attends Sonoma State University, and she's majoring in criminal justice and still is maintaining a 3.0 grade point average. I'm proud to say that one of her long-term goals, hopefully sooner than later, is to return to the Richmond community to be a police officer where she grew up. Crystal has been recognized. Yeah, go ahead. Crystal has been recognized for her integrity, leadership, and commitment to the PD Explorer program. Please help me in congratulating Crystal Garcia for our Explorer of the Year. Congratulations. Let me just say just a few other parting comments on the Explorer program, and I think I commented on this last year. The Richmond PD Explorer program is the second longest Explorer program in the entire state of California. And, you know, year after year, we have good folks come out of the Explorer program. We have a large number of our current police officer staff that started in the Explorer program and came up. And I think that's the way that Crystal's looking as well. So it's we certainly use it as a positive pipeline. So we're looking forward to it, Crystal. Congratulations. Does she have an award? So, along with the proclamation from Supervisor John Joya, the Kiwanis Club is presenting you with a plaque for Explorer of the Year 2018. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, I have to do a speech?
Nothing? She's becoming shy and quiet again.
Congratulations. So, I think for obvious reasons, I get to present this next award for the Richmond Fire Department Youth Academy Cadet of the Year. Darius, can you join me up here? This award is unique to me, something I'm very passionate about because a Youth Academy cadet is how I started my career here in Richmond as a cadet a long, long time ago. And that led me to be a captain in the Richmond Fire Department today. The Richmond Youth Academy is a youth mentorship and development program focusing on core principles of academic achievement, community service, and self-discipline. Tonight, we would like to take the opportunity to honor Darius Jones. When Darius joined the Richmond Youth Academy, he was quiet and shy, but very curious about the fire service and showed an eagerness in moving toward his goal of one day becoming a firefighter. Like most teens, self-discipline aspect of the program was a little difficult to begin. But Darius's strong family support whipped that into shape very quickly with an expectation that far exceeded that level of the program. And Mom has already stood up because Mom as a support system has helped to get Darius a long way, and we appreciate you for that. Thank you. Darius' strong family foundation continued into his academic success, where Darius will be graduating a semester ahead of his classmates. Darius will be attending an emergency medical technician program after graduation with goals of getting into a fire academy and hopefully becoming a firefighter with the City of Richmond Fire Department. There is no doubt that Darius has a promising and successful future ahead, and we appreciate you allowing us the opportunity to participate in those endeavors. Congratulations, Darius. And so your plaque reads as follows. The Richmond Kiwanis presents Darius Jones, Richmond Youth Academy Cadet of the Year, 2018, for his commitment, dedication, and inspiration to the program and his fellow cadets. Congratulations. That's yours as well. Thank you, Darius. And returning, Chief Brown, we're going to bring you back up for the Dispatcher of the Year Award.
I'm ready this time. The Richmond Police Department Communications Center is just one of a very few multidisciplinary emergency call centers, dispatching for police, fire, and EMS. As well as emergency medical dispatching, which means that they can talk you through minimizing the harm caused by your medical emergency while help is on the way. In 2008, the 2018 Dispatcher of the Year Award is being presented to Dispatcher Cheryl Cardenas. Dispatcher Cardenas is being recognized for her excellence in effectively working with the public as an emergency telecommunications operator. That's a pretty cool title, it's kind of long. And also for being an outstanding team player. Dispatcher Cardenas is also a member of the department's crisis negotiation team. She's a tactical dispatcher for the Special Response Team, or SWAT team, better known as the SWAT team. And she also trains newly hired dispatchers. She consistently sets an example through her hard work, dedication, positive attitude, and quality customer service. She rarely misses work. Routinely, she volunteers for more than her fair share of mandated overtime obligations. And she has been a real go-to person to cover unforeseen vacancies. She's worked a whopping 722 hours of overtime in 2018. Yeah, that's like a third of a work year. Yeah. Additionally, she's answered up 16 times to cover unforeseen vacancies. Those are the surprise we got a hold of, Phil. Can you help us out? So that's huge as well. Dispatcher Cardenas' work ethic and dedication to the communication center and the community is second to none. Dispatcher Cardenas, thank you for your service. Congratulations for a job well done. Dispatcher Cardenas wanted to just share a few words with you, so I'm going to give her the mic.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you. And for those who know me know that when I was nominated, I was mortified. I prefer to be the voice in the night, a little bit anonymous, and just hold the city together without anybody knowing who's doing it for them. Mostly I'd like to thank my teams, the dispatch team and the patrol teams that I work with, because I feel that what we do is a team sport. If we didn't do it together, we wouldn't get it right. Thank you.
I wanted you to hear her voice, so if you have to make that emergency call at 3 o'clock in the morning, chances are that's what you're going to hear. All right. So I think now I'm back to Captain Rincon. And now, as we transition, we'll be recognizing the Richmond Police Department's Professional Staff Member of the Year. It is being presented to Mandy Swirsding. Mandy. Come on up, Mandy. You can't hide, Mandy. Come on up. Oh, there you go. All right. So Ms. Swirsding is being recognized for her excellence in working with the community as a crime prevention specialist. Ms. Swirsding organizes meetings with our neighborhood and business watch programs, our crime-free multi-housing program, and she serves as a Richmond Police Department liaison to several community organizations. She's been instrumental in coordinating our annual Foster Care Youth Conference, and she plays an important role in our Police Summer Intern Development Program. Working in the Crime Prevention Unit requires working evenings during the week and working on weekends on a regular basis, like all year long. But Ms. Swirsding, Mandy, remains flexible, and we appreciate that. She's an excellent team player, and you'll always find her ready to help with that ever-present, warm and welcoming smile. It is my pleasure to present Mandy Swirsding for the Professional Staff Member of the Year. Mandy wants to say a few words. She really does.
I just want to say I'm extremely honored to, first off, have been nominated, but then also my coworkers voted for me, so that was really sweet of everybody anyways. But I just want to say that I also just really am honored to work for the city that I grew up in and also live in, and thank you, Chief, and everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Chief. Next, I want to bring up our OES manager, Genevieve Pastor Cohen, to acknowledge our REACT Caper Volunteer of the Year.
Thank you, team. You're wonderful. It's an honor for me to present this award, which is the Sandi Genser-Maack Memorial Award, to Edith Alderette-Sellers. And I knew Sandi. She was dynamite, and she put her whole heart into the city, and she volunteered for everything because she cared about the city. And when she became part of when Sandi became a part of CERT and our advisory council, she was active in every single aspect of that organization. And with that, I met Edie about 1.5 years ago. Edie, come on up. Edie went through the 24 hours of training for CERT, and then I met her through phone calls and emails because she had a lot of great ideas. And so we finally decided that we wanted her to be part of our CAPER organization. CAPER is the Citizens Advisory Panel on Emergency Preparedness. Once she became part of CERT, She helped build her team in the Point Richmond area, and so it's starting to thrive, which is great. The reason why I'm recognizing her today is because last year, when the Sims fire came about, she was the communications hub in her community. When the Twitter alert came out, when the Facebook alert came out, she alerted her entire community and kept them up to date. And as we know, when something like this happens, communication is key. So, and then on top of that, when we decided that we wanted her to be on board with us as caper, realizing that communication is really important, and she has a knack for technology. She's a geek. She started our e-newsletter because it's so important to get up-to-date information out there, and we do that every month. And so she spearheaded that, and I was so happy because we could now have a connection with our community. And also, because she is a geek, she helped train some of our folks, our CERT neighborhoods, on how to build their own websites. And she's continuing to contribute and provide all this wonderful information and technology to us. That's why it's an honor for me to bestow this honor to you and the Caper Board as the volunteer of the year for Caper and React. So, yes, okay. So, thank you. So the award is the Sandi Genser-Maack Memorial Award presented to Edith Alderette-Sellers by the React CERT Volunteer of the Year for 2018 for our outstanding service to the community. And then also we have a certificate, a thank you certificate from John Joya. So thank you for all of your, for everything you've done. And I know you have a few words for us.
Well, first I want to say thank you, Genevieve, and to everybody on the CERT and the CAPER teams. The CERT teams throughout the city look forward to supporting you as best we can in an emergency. And we are so proud of you that you all, especially police, the fire, our cadets, thank you so much for serving this city. We rely upon you every day. And hopefully we will not ever have to need you in an emergency. And that being said, if you do ever have to work with me, it will be in an emergency. So I hope this might be the last time you ever see me. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. So as we move forward in our program, a couple reminder announcements. Do not forget the jars on your table to thank our key wins that have served your meal. Oh, 188 is proud to show off their almost full tip container. I think they're starting a challenge over there. And at the same time, if you get a moment, check out our great raffle prizes. I think Tony's holding up some tickets there behind the table that he still has available. Make sure that you get your raffle tickets before the raffle closes at the conclusion of the presentation. Keep in mind, all raffle proceeds are split between our Explorer program and our Fire Department Youth Academy. Thank you for your contributions. And Chief Brown will be returning for the Police Officer of the Year Award, followed by Ben Theriault and Captain Joey Schlimmer.
Thank you. Police Officer of the Year. The 2018 Officer of the Year Award is being presented to Officer Brandon Hodges. This recognition was nominated and voted on by his peers. Officer Hodges is a proving, well-rounded police officer, one who regularly exceeds his duty requirements and one who has demonstrated a distinguished pattern of community service, combined with professional accomplishment. Officer Hodges has been an overachiever in terms of his individual initiative, and he's also been a willing team player, always ready to add his energy to group efforts and achievements. Over the 2018 calendar year, Officer Hodges served as a dual-purpose patrol officer, and yeah, that's right, we had Swiss Army knives working in the Richmond Police Department. Assigned as both a K-9 handler and a beat officer, assigned to the Central District Beat 5 on the weekend swing shift schedule. Time and time again, Officer Hodges remained active and vigilant. He used strong judgment and demonstrated courage in performing his policing duties. Here are but just a tiny few examples of his good police work. During the late night, early morning hours on August 19th, 2018, Officer Hodges was patrolling the area of Fred Jackson Way near Alamo Avenue when he heard the distinctive sound of the crack of gunfire, piercing the quiet night not far away. He immediately drove to the sound of the gunfire, and then he saw an automobile on the move near 7th and Hensley. He elected to conduct a traffic enforcement stop, then made contact with the occupants of the automobile, subsequently removed them from the car, where he noticed firearm ammunition strewn throughout the rear cabin of the auto. One of the passengers disclosed that a firearm was hidden beneath the center console and it belonged to the driver. His K-9 partner, Gunner, sniffed out the concealed firearm that was stashed above the floorboard but beneath the console. Of course, Officer Hodges promptly made an arrest of the suspect for multiple firearms crimes without further incident. In another example, Officer Hodges was patrolling in a dual deployment car along with Officer Doug Galt. This was late on a February night when he noticed a speeding automobile narrowly avoid a traffic collision, but continued to accelerate without slowing or stopping. Officer Hodges first tried a traffic enforcement stop, but the car did not yield. He did not give chase. He did not give chase because policy does not allow pursuits in such circumstances. Soon after, a neighbor in the Seacliff Drive area reported seeing a suspicious car moving throughout the streets with its headlights off. Acting on a hunch, Officer Hodges went to Seacliff, found the car, unoccupied, and upon closer inspection, he saw a short-barreled shotgun on the driver's side floorboard. Having one of those is a felony crime, by the way. A third officer on scene also discovered more contraband, about 6 grams of the drug methamphetamine. A perimeter was quickly set. Then Officer Hodges and his K-9 partner Gunner began a track search for the driver's suspect. After covering ground to include multiple backyards and an open field, Gunner sniffed out the suspect, who was hiding amongst some shrubbery. The suspect was taken into custody with K-9 contact. That means he got dog bit. Arrested for crimes associated to the armed possession of illegal drugs, the suspect also had a live felony warrant for his arrest. In 2018, Officer Hodges recovered 30 firearms, 30 firearms, made 61 arrests, apprehended 8 criminals with his police K-9, but had 26 suspects give up and submit to arrest without bite contact when located by his partner, Gunner. Besides being excellent at capturing criminals, Officer Hodges is known throughout the department as being a great team player. Please join me in congratulating Officer Brandon Hodges on all of the great work and his wonderful accomplishments. I'm going to invite our Police Officer of the Year, Brandon Hodges, to make a few remarks, and you can park your stuff here. Take your time. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Chief. So I would like to first start off by thanking Sergeant Cortez. She did the nomination for me, wrote it up, even though I didn't want her to. She wrote it up, so thank you to Sergeant Cortez. I'm not sure if she's here or not. Thank you to the command staff for being here, the POA, President Ben Terrio, and my family's off watching what's it called, Frozen? Disney on Ice, so I couldn't make that, but they're out watching Disney on Ice, so they couldn't be here. But thanks to the family support, my wife, because obviously she holds the fort down back home, so thank you to her. And everything we do is a team effort, so nothing is done by one single officer. There's hours and hours of work that goes into a single traffic stop with a gun arrest. Detectives go in, do hours of follow-up, prelims, DA's office, trials. There's a ton of work that goes into it, and it's all teamwork. So it's not a single person, so just thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot.
I think next is Richmond Police Officers Association President Ben Terrio with a presentation, so don't move.
Yeah, hang out, Brandon. So Brandon is our first time back-to-back. My name is Ben Terrio. I'm the president of the Police Officers Association for Richmond. I want to thank Chevron, Bob Colony and his folks from Mechanics Bank, the Kiwanis, Lynn Mack and company. Who else we got? We got some retirees in the back. We got the firefighters here, which we're going to touch bases on that here in a second. But, because really, the reality is, and how this works is the police or the union people probably should go first. They're like the hype man. You know, the police chief, the fire chief, you know, they can't get their hands dirty, but we can get our hands dirty. But no, Brandon, going back to Brandon. Brandon is a back-to-back award winner for the Police Officer of the Year. And that's the first ever, as far as I'm aware, in our history of having this award. And that's a big deal. And it's a testament to Brandon and his work ethic, which is high. People know him on the street. He's very fair. And just having your name known, I mean, he has an easy name. It's Hodges, a lot easier than mine. But it says something about the character of a police officer, about the men and women. When people know your name, they got that kind of go-to basis where you have your reputation, and they know you're going to get a fair one when you deal with Officer Hodges. And that's a credit to you and a credit to the award. And again, obviously your peers think very highly of you because they've given you this award back to back. So what we do is we have a gun that the firefighters have an axe. We have a gun. You can think about what's the better of those two. It's clearly a gun. And so that's our award. That's what's in the box, and this is our award that I'll get to in just a second. We'll give that to you, but I want to address our little public safety feud that we have every year, that we rehash every year between our lovely firefighters and our police officers. So before I say anything bad about the firefighters, I just want to say something nice. And so Captain Rodriquez, I want to tip my hat. Congratulations for getting the big battle axe of the year. It's the only nice thing you're going to get out of me for the rest of the night. All your little firefighter friends, you're hanging out in the hallway. Come on in and hear the good word if you want. There you go. It's not like you're working. Firefighters changed it up this year. They got a new firefighter 188 president. Jim Russi was their previous president. He was a senior citizen, and he had no hair, so they decided to change up and get a new fire union president who does have hair. His name's Luis Padilla, but his hair is gray. He's right over there with glasses. So, got hair. Yes, he's got hair. But it's gray. Maybe one day we're going to get some real hair like this. We're going to get some, mostly solid, not gray, not we need to dye it tomorrow type hair someday. But anyways, and then chiefs, we have a very good-looking command staff. And when I say a good-looking command staff, I don't mean any of these gentlemen right here. I just mean with our chiefs. Our Chiefs clearly have a better lineup in the looks category. Although Chief Brown is bald, that's okay. You guys that's okay. Because bald is beautiful, right? That's right. And we have 2 bald fire chiefs. We have Adrian, who's, bald, Mom, balder. But we got a piece of French, so we win. That's how that works. We got a piece of French. Sorry. Yeah. That's how we win. Yeah. It's not fair, right? Well, life's not fair. That's why you guys stage. But anyways. For an hour, yeah. You guys are staging the fire station. So just get this straight, folks. I want you to know how public safety works. Police go first, they get there, they take care of things, and then America's heroes show up second. Don't forget that. Second. Every day, second place. Anyways, first place, my man Brandon Hodges. You are the Officer of the Year. Here's your gun. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
Not yet, man. Are you better looking than Assistant Chief French yet? No. So, no.
Brandon, come on up. Bring your award that Chief Brown already gave you. If anybody needs a new barber, check in with Ben. He's got one on file. Brandon, on behalf of the Richmond Kiwanis Club, we'd like to present you with a plaque, 2018 Peace Officer of the Year. Congratulations, back-to-back, something special.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joey. So our next presentation for the Firefighter of the Year will be Chief Adrian Shepard, followed by 188 President Luis Padilla, and then myself as a member of the Kiwanis Club.
All right, thank you and good evening. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. And before we get started, I'd like to recognize a few people in attendance. And it's already been done, but Councilmember Demolish Johnson, thank you for being here, sir. Chief Brown, thank you for being here. Someone who should receive an award, who's not being recognized, is the Finance Director, Belinda Warner. Thank you for being here. We have retired Fire Chief Cormier, sir. Thank you for your service. We recognize you. Congratulations to newly minted Fire Chief Bosworth. Thank you, sir, for being here. To the police officers, congratulations and thank you. For all the young people who received, and it's difficult to see the young people because you realize how old you are, but for all the young people who received recognition, congratulations. Thank you for being here. So in the back, not paying attention, we have Michael Schlimmer. To her and all of her professionals at the Communication Center, it wouldn't happen without them. They are the first link in the emergency response for both police and fire and everything else. So thank you to you and all of your professionals. Edie was recognized early on, and it's true, we had a significant event, and she rallied to make sure that the community was safe. So I'm very proud that you were recognized here tonight. And to all of our community partners, thank you for being here. Thank you for Mechanics Bank. Thank you Chevron as a whole, and thank you Kiwanis. So thank you. Union President, newly minted, Luis Padilla. Thank you, sir, for being here. And Ben Terrell. Are you working undercover or are you You just look sleazy like that anyway. What is it? Thank you for being here. All right. I'm holding them back too. I got to tell you. But why we're here? Rodriquez family, thank you for your presence here this evening. Guest of honors, ladies and gentlemen, this evening we gather to celebrate the achievements of public safety. We celebrate our collective successes, which we have done each year without fail. We have made it a tradition to point out those outstanding individuals that have consistently contributed to our success, and this year is no different. I believe we have elevated the stature of our department by ensuring that we select women and men that have upheld the highest level of integrity. They are persons of dignity and individuals of substance. The symbol of honor that is bestowed upon a firefighter of the year is something we relish as a department, and we hope always to recognize these outstanding individuals. I want to take this opportunity to give background regarding the person of the moment. Captain Michael Rodriquez has consistently been a role model to virtually everyone in our organization. He has been immense help to new recruits, firefighters, fire engineers, fire captains, and everyone else through exemplary service. Before joining the fire department, Captain Rodriquez served in the United States Marines from 2002 to 2006, serving as an infantryman. He deployed to Iraq on 2 different occasions to engage in military operations in Baghdad and in the Battle of Najaf. While serving on the front lines of our security, Captain Rodriquez was badly wounded, for which he received the Purple Heart. After recovering from his wounds, yes. After recovering from his wounds and hanging up his dress blues, Captain Rodriquez continued his service to our country by becoming a Richmond firefighter. Captain Rodriquez entered into the fire service in 2012 and quickly gained the recognition of a humble, competent, and professional member of the team. From the onset, it was evident that Captain Rodriquez brought with him the values and ethos of a United States Marine. And since joining our department, Captain Rodriquez has demonstrated his dedication to service, which has been exemplified by his commitment, never quit attitude, courage, and determination. He has also demonstrated that commando spirit of unselfish service, as he is always willing to give of himself to train fellow firefighters and those aspiring for the profession. Captain Rodriquez's work ethic is without parallel. Train to win, maintain your fitness, be thorough in every task, embrace the good and the bad of the profession, and willingly serve those in need. It is these attributes that lead him to become a fire recruit instructor, where he instilled in each and every recruit the ethos of teamwork, commitment, diligence, staying until the job is done. From becoming a firefighter in 2012, he achieved the rank of fire engineer in 2015. He was promoted to captain in 2017. Now I can see from the expressions on your face that you're impressed with all that is Captain Rodriquez. But for Captain Rodriquez, it's about humility and humbleness. Being exemplary is just another day. And if asked about his qualities, Captain Rodriquez would tell you that it's not about me, it's about we, and that we are here for them. Captain Rodriquez has positively touched many lives, from providing life-saving medical care to an injured person on the street, or to climbing tall ladders to rescue people from burning buildings. As a mentor, as a leader, as a friend, Captain Rodriquez has always been there to serve. I ask that you join me in a round of applause as I present to you an American patriot, an American hero, and the 2018 Richmond Firefighter of the Year, Captain Michael Rodriguez. For Union President.
I feel really awkward when all the attention's on me. That's the last thing I want. But I do want to make some congratulations first to all the fellow honorees out here. Congrats, it's a big deal. And next I want to give some thanks. Thanks to the Kiwanis Club for all that you do and for hosting this event. Thanks to the chiefs, the department, and to my fellow firefighters. I'll try to make this quick. The biggest thing that came to my mind was when I was in the Marine Corps, they used to instill on us that it's mission accomplishment before troop welfare. But one of the squad leaders I used to look up to, one of my mentors, he told me that it's troop welfare before mission accomplishment because it's your troops that's going to accomplish the mission. So I just try to carry that out. Everything I do, all the work, all the studying, all the training I do is not for myself, not to be recognized, especially not to be up here. It's really awkward. It's just make people that work for me, that respect me, that trust me to lead them to be better than I am. So I just try to pay it forward because they're the ones who are accomplishing the mission. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. But thank you.
Oh yeah, we got this. We got this. You're gonna need that gun. All right.
Hey, you reminded me when you looked over in that direction. So, being knowing weapons from the Marine Corps as an infantryman as well, 0311's not a pug over here, so I'm familiar with weapons. It only takes one eye, a dominant eye, and a finger to work a pistol, but it takes skill and strength to work that battle axe you were talking about.
Do I need to say anything? That's it? So, before I get to RPD, I just want to acknowledge Mike. You know, Mike is he's a real humble guy, as Chief Shepard mentioned. But what I know about Mike is that he trains every day. He trains, and when he's not training, he's showing somebody like succession planning, you know, what to do to get to where they need to be. I'm really happy that Mike is going to have his hands on the future firefighters, all right? Just know that the firefighters that will be around for the next 25, 30 years of his life are going to be trained. They're going to know Mike, they're going to get his experience, and they're going to do a heck of a job for the city of Richmond. So way to go, Mikey. Really, congratulations, man. This is my first time doing this. I wasn't really prepared, you know. I thought, you know, police and fire, man, oh man, it's love in the club, right? You know. But let's get it straight, man. You know, well, before I go there, you know, I'm new to this position, so you know, I had to reach out and talk to people. All right, I got to get a grip on this. What does this job entail, really? You know, I got to talk to people. Who can I talk to in the city? And they tell me Ben Terrell. I'm like, all right, Ben Terrell, all right, well, somebody give me his number. Let me give him a call. So I think I talked to him maybe, at least 3-4 times, right? And I never met him, don't know what the cat looks like or nothing. So I'm in the office, and there was a meeting in the office for something they did wrong. I don't know. But he comes out, and, you know, just look at each other, hey, what's up, man? And then I think it was Inspector or Deputy Fire Marshal Eric Munson says, hey, that's Ben Terry. I'll go, really? That's Serpico. That can't be him. I'm expecting somebody else, man. So, but Ben, you know, you've helped me out, man. I really appreciate the the conversations we had, I feel like we have a friendship already, man. I look forward to working with you, man. You know what? I'm gonna leave Pete alone because you know, they do have guns, but yeah, I'm gonna let go right there. It's enough said. Yeah, you guys have the gun, but like Mikey said, we got the axe, and ours is prettier. All right. So on behalf of the brothers and sisters, Richmond Firefighters, Local 188, we present this to you, Mike Rodriguez.
And lastly, the Kiwanis presents to Michael Rodriguez, Richmond Firefighter of the Year 2018 for outstanding service to the community, Kiwanis Club of Richmond, California. Congratulations, Mike. And as we close our event, make sure you get in your raffle tickets to the table. As Tony mentioned, they're going to be pulling the names for our winners pretty shortly here. As you make your way over to the table, if you need to, we'd like to thank, once again, Chevron, Mechanics Bank, the Richmond Fire Department, Richmond Police Department, our Capers Group, our PAL, and all of the other organizations for participating and putting together tonight's event. And most importantly, all of you for showing up and helping us acknowledge our recipients of tonight's awards. That concludes our ceremony for this evening, and I hope somebody won some of the big prizes, especially the TV over there. Thank you, you guys. Drive home safe.
Never nice. We have smoking flame coming out of the Charlie side.
Negative plane, that's further, just clear me in the corner.
For engine 61, engine 62, engine 66, for 64, battalion 64, battalion 71. Going to be a rupture fire. 66, go ahead.
Ready to forward call for a structure fire.